Hi, this is Britt Hedlund, and this is my case study narrative for Module 12, Who Should Create the School's Vision? This case study is an example of some of the problems school districts may incur when building a new school. In this case, a school district is in a thriving rural community and has decided to build a middle school on their 65-acre property. The property currently hosts a grade school for K-6 students and a high school for 7-12. New construction for a middle school building would allow the 6th through 8th grade students to be in their own building. After deciding to build a middle school, the school board hired a principal, Susan Potter, to make staffing decisions, organize the programs, and work with architects and construction managers. Principal Potter formed an advisory committee made up of 4 teachers and 4 parents and called them the Vision and Planning Committee. She was also a committee member, but didn't believe that she should be the chair and felt it would be best to share leadership with other members. So Helen Burke, who was a teacher, was appointed the chair. Principal Potter presented to the committee that the board would be a democratically run board where consensus would be the goal during decision making. The committee would begin by developing a vision statement. All stakeholders would be able to make suggestions and give feedback. Helen Burke did not agree that the committee should build the vision statement. Helen felt it was the principal's job because she was an expert, a visionary leader, and the community respected administrators and relied on them to make decisions. Helen's brother, who was on the school board, also believed the same. After a great argument by Principal Potter for why the committee should write the vision statement, Helen took the discussion to the committee, and they sided with Helen, voicing that if everyone was involved, there would be too many different thoughts and visions about the new school. So, Section 2, Legal and Ethical Issues. With a little over only 50% support of the new school, I feel like it will be incredibly important for the committee and leadership to make ethical decisions, communicate well with their community, and be transparent concerning the new school in order to gain buy-in. There are a few issues at play here that I feel are unethical. First, it seems like the superintendent and school board did their due diligence in hiring Principal Potter and authorizing the advisory committee. However, Helen Burke has a conflict of interest since her brother is on the school board. She should not have been appointed to chair the committee. Helen and her brother don't understand that a visionary leader is one who, George Couros says, is collaboratively involves the school community in creating and sustaining shared vision, shared school values, vision, mission, and goals. Next, Principal Potter's frustration with Helen, believing that the committee can gain support after they complete the vision and mission, shows that Helen does not plan to be honest and transparent with all stakeholders. I believe Principal Potter's goal of consensus when decision making speaks to her values. Helen's belief that Principal Potter should make all the decisions does not promote effective leadership or collaboration. Finally, it seems to me that Helen sets the culture of her teams in an unhealthy way. For the team to operate like Helen suggests, they would not be supporting a culture of collaboration, empathy, and transparency. It does seem like there is one other committee member who agrees with Principal Potter, but she is unwilling to step up in her convictions. Section 3. Principal Potter is trying to establish professional norms for her advisory committee that will create a high-performing group which will set the culture, create vision and mission statements, and drive a positive school environment, but her actions are hindered by an unethical committee chair who insists on gaining community buy-in after decisions are made. So, Section 4. The people involved in this rural community are as follows. 60% of the population are farmers. There are 1,200 K through 12 students in the district, made up of 2 rural communities, 5 school board members, 2 of which have school-aged children. Joe Rollins is the superintendent. There's an architectural firm that's involved in the planning process. We know that the people in the community are divided whether the district should incur any new debt at all, add a new middle school building, or just expand the one they have. We know that Susan Potter is the new principal, and she comes with an experience from a suburban district. 4 teachers and 4 parents serve on the advisory committee. Helen Burke is a teacher and the chair of the advisory committee, and she does not agree with Principal Potter's guidelines for an effective committee and seems to set the group norms on her own. Dan Kelby is a PE teacher, and he seems to agree with Helen. And there is one parent on the committee who agreed with Principal Potter. The case study is set in a rural community where 60% of the population live on farms. The school district is made up of 2 townships. The school is located on 65 acres and consists of an elementary and high school, and the school is located within 10 miles of a major city. The case study shows the following. The Lightville Community School District has 2 schools that serve K through 12 students. The addition of a junior high facility would allow 6th to 8th grade to be their own building. The principal will be making the staffing decisions, including recruitment, selection, and size. The principal will also determine the space of the curriculum, the scope of the curriculum, extracurricular programs, and instructional approaches. However, we don't know what curriculum she chooses. It seems like Principal Potter is a principal leader who is intentional about building a good school culture, which includes all stakeholders. Section 5. The conflicts taking place could be damaging to Principal Potter, the school culture, and to the community. First, this could hurt Principal Potter's confidence and trust in her team. It seems to me that Principal Potter has good leadership skills and values a strong team. If the first team she's a part of at the new school is ineffective or has conflict, she could lose confidence in her ability to choose an effective team and lose the confidence that she's at the right school. Next, the conflict could hurt the school culture. This team will be the foundation for a positive school culture. Freeman in 2020 says the leader must build systems and then practice these systematic behaviors to lock in the vision of a positive school culture. Principal Potter has presented guidelines for the committee that would be the beginning of a great school. Positive school culture is best for the success of all students. Finally, not involving the community in the decision-making process puts the school at risk to hurt their relationship with the community. Communities value transparency in schools, and when all stakeholders are involved in setting the vision and mission statement, trust is established and engagement is better. All stakeholders have not been included. Even though some teachers and community members are on the committee, they need the input of many stakeholders, including students, in order to set a vision and mission statement that reflects everyone in the community's core beliefs. This can be done through the surveys, and the committee could hold a town hall meeting to explain their process moving forward. I feel like I have enough information to make a decision in this instance, and I feel like there have been alternatives established, and there is plenty of evidence that supports the building of vision and mission around all stakeholders, not just one leader. Option 1. Since Principal Potter is new to the community, it might be good for her to address what is going on with Superintendent Rollins. Although we don't know a lot about his leadership style, we know he is more familiar with the community and vision and has been involved from the beginning of the project. He may be able to offer her advice on how she would like to move forward with the advisory committee to produce a vision and mission statement for the middle school. Superintendent Rollins could also act as a mediator for the team. If he agrees that all stakeholders should have a say, Principal Potter could move forward as a committee with the committee to write the vision and mission statement. Option 2, Principal Potter could have another meeting with Helen Burke and try to understand her decision and background better. George Couros also says it's crucial to both lead by example and be empathetic, that people are in different spaces and on their own journeys. It's about helping people move from their point A to their point B. So seeing and understanding Helen's perspective, hopefully they could work together and Helen would decide what her point B is, not Principal Potter. Option 3. A third option would be for Principal Potter to move forward on writing the vision and mission statements. She could send out a survey to gain input from all stakeholders and move forward with the information she gains. She could present it to the team for revision or approval. Principal Potter could begin Option 4, Principal Potter could begin to involve the community to host a town hall meeting and let the community know that all their stakeholders that would be involved and included in the process. She could let them know that their input would be gathered through a survey, and she could introduce the team to the advisory committee. This meeting could include architects and their drawings for the new school in hopes to get the community excited about the new school. This could also bring the advisory committee to rethink their decision to have Principal Potter write the statements alone. It could also provide a great opportunity to use digital citizenship and promote this whole process on social media and websites. Pros and cons. Pros. This is a hard decision because someone will likely disagree no matter what decision is made. It's always best when a consensus can be met. The pros of continuing through the process the way Principal Potter laid out is that all stakeholders would be involved. Also, she won't be the only person to make decisions, which means responsibility will be shared with the advisory committee. The advisory committee will hopefully take ownership of the vision and mission of the school and begin to walk it out even before students enter the doors. Another positive that could come from the decision to move forward as a committee is that committee members would gain confidence in their leadership skills and to begin to grow as leaders themselves. Bringing the community in early brings transparency and trust, and this hopefully would begin to heal past disagreements about spending the money to build a new school. The cons might be that going forward this way could harm Principal Potter's relationship with some of her team. Mrs. Burke could be angry about it and verbalize dissatisfaction with other teachers and community members. Another bad thing that could come from this is that the community actually did want more input from Principal Potter as an expert, and they might be unhappy that she didn't use her expertise to build the mission and vision statement. Principal Potter can lose trust from her team if she discusses with Superintendent Rollins as well. Another negative would be that the team could feel forced into writing the vision and mission statement and not do their best work. So, Section 8, I feel strongly that the committee should write the vision and mission statement as a whole with input from all stakeholders, students, community, parents, teachers, everybody, but want them to come to that conclusion, not force it upon them. If Superintendent Rollins could help Principal Potter by mediating and bringing the team together, the best outcome would happen. I also believe that Principal Potter could meet with Helen in order to gain more understanding from her. The first thing I would do is ask the superintendent to join us at the next meeting and then explain to the team that I feel strongly about the stakeholders being involved in the vision and mission statement and why I feel that way. I feel like it might give them a little bit more why to my what. I might also give some examples or research. Hopefully, this would put the team on a path to create a vision and mission statement. I would then hold a town meeting, explain the process to the community, send out a survey, and go forth with the advisory committee writing the vision and mission statement. I feel like this is the way to begin a school with a positive culture that will be the beginning of the student success. I believe the more open and transparent the school leadership is with the community, the better. So I think it would be important to update on progress and then communicate the vision well when finished. If this doesn't work, I think Plan B could be that Principal Potter could involve other stakeholders without the advisory committee team. I think that she could do her own research, send out her own survey, write the vision and mission statement, and then present it to the community for approval and revision and the committee. So I feel like this John Maxwell quote kind of is ties it all in together because he says a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And I feel like as a principal and as Principal Potter in this instance did, she knew the way that she wanted to go and she started leading that way. And I think that she has the opportunity now to show the way and to be an effective leader. These are my references, and that's the end. Thank you for your time.